Hello, my dear friends. Namaste and welcome to your planetary energy forecast for the week of September the 4th, 2023. I'm Jill Loftus of Nuit Astrology, and I appreciate you joining me here. Often people say to me, when's the good astrology? Well, babe, this week is some good astrology, okay? And so you've got to take advantage of it. When things are in the flow, and I know things have been really difficult, it's been quite the summer, but when you're in the flow, right, sometimes it's easy to let the good astrology escape without taking advantage of it. So this week, I want you to lock it in. Now, keep in mind, we still are in massive retrogrades, right? And in fact, we start the week off with Jupiter stationing at 15 degrees in the sign of Taurus, pausing in the sky and beginning to retrace his steps. And with this retrograde, this means everything except for Mars is either retrograde or in the shadow zone of the retrograde, right? Venus is now moving direct, but she's still retracing her steps. And so this is an abundant time to take advantage of gathering information so that when things start to really roll in October, and boy, October is going to be a busy month, not just because of the eclipses, right? But because a lot of things are going to get some forward momentum in October. September is really a month for gathering information. And I really see this week as kind of a really important week in that process. The answer this week to anything is be the high vibe Virgo. Like high vibe some Virgo. Be of service, be useful, be helpful. Do the work. See what's not working and be wise enough to let it go. Wise enough to restructure and rethink. Be really analytical. Think things through. I mean, this doesn't mean you disregard your intuition, but you are a little bit more Queen of Swords kind of energy. So I always think of that, even though that's an air kind of sign and Virgo is an earth sign, but I still always think of the Queen of Swords being very discerning, right? So we start off with that Jupiter pausing in the sky. Anytime these slower moving planets pause, take note of what happens that day, what symbolically occurs. And in that Taurus area of life, you may need to be, again, gathering more information, reconsidering, redoing, or rethinking. Now, keep in mind, while it pauses in the sky all week, it's still kind of picking up the loose square to Venus. So an interaction between these two is not always bad, but you can take on too much. You can, overextend yourself. So just be a little cautious with that energy. The moon is also going to be in Taurus and very active as well, but stay grounded. Okay, again, think things through, be very logical, but earth energy. All right, on the 2nd, we have 3 major moon voids this week. So make sure that you mark your calendars and adapt it to your time zone so that you don't try to make an important decision, try to sign a contract or anything during these moon voids. 12:46 p.m. on Tuesday the 5th until 4:07 p.m. Eastern. That's a big, long time period, right? It's great for creative work, right? So, a great time to strategize and things like that, but not for deep analytical thinking, all right? So be careful about that. The moon is also going to be touching Uranus. Insights could occur. Has a really lovely energy flow also with the Neptune and the Pluto. So I really like that. On the 6th, the Sun and Mercury are going to meet. And remember, when the Sun swallows something, one of those fast-moving planets, it kind of can make the energy a little more erratic. So this could definitely be a couple days where the Mercury retrograde stuff is just like, oh, babe, right? But to know it is to work with it. To know it is to prepare. And, hey, if you thought maybe they didn't get that email, follow up. If you are sure your computer's charged before the big presentation, but maybe you should double check, right? So just be aware that could enter or give you a little bit more erratic energy. Because both the Sun and Mercury are coming together in the sign of Virgo, again, this emphasizes the Virgo-ness of it. Be aware of the shadow of Virgo, which is overthinking, which is criticism, hypercriticism, being so cruel with your, particularly your own inner voice. Be aware of those things on the 6th. All right. On the 7th, we have another moon void, 6:22 p.m. until 1 a.m. That's the Eastern time zone. So if you're in the Western time zones, it's a pretty big range. So make sure you block that off on your calendar. And then we begin to move into the abundant blessing part of the week, where the sun is going to send beautiful energy from Virgo to Jupiter in Taurus. So this is a fabulous Earth trine. Take advantage of this. Those two areas of your life are going to blend really well. And even though Jupiter is moving backwards, it still is going to bring opportunity. It's going to bring blessings, as long as you're being the highest vibe of Virgo you could be. Cancer moon popping up with a nice trine to Saturn. So intuition. And Saturn's kind of a rogue this week. He only is modified by a couple interactions with the moon, not really under the influence of any other planets. And so be really dedicated to your spiritual practices. That will be another way to work with the energy this week. All right, more lovely Cancer moon aspects on the 9th. So tune into your intuition. And then as we finish the week up on the 10th, we have a beautiful Cancer moon trine to Neptune and Pisces. But watch, there's a moon void, 8:47 a.m. to 12:36 p.m. Eastern. That moon will also oppose Pluto in Capricorn as it makes its way into Leo. So, watch that. That can be a little bit of a, moon Pluto, man. It can be some really dark depths of emotions that spark up. All right. Well, the tarot is fascinating. Okay. The tarot has two distinct messages for the week. One for people who are starting something new, and one for people who need to just keep going and move forward. So be sure to stick around for that. I hope this was useful and helpful. I hope you take advantage of some of this lovely astrology this week. All right. And drop a comment below. Let me know how you high vibe your Virgo. And I'll see you next week. Namaste. Bye. Hello. Beautiful friends, welcome to your planetary energy forecast for the week of September the 4th, 2023. Rocking out a holiday weekend, friends. Hope you're getting a little bit of time not to labor this Labor Day weekend. Let's take a look and see what our Isis Lotus spread has to tell us about the forecast for the collective this week. Remember, there's two potential ways to work with the energy with this spread. All right. And the first card is Basic Influence of the Past. 6 of Pentacles. So you've been pouring energy and money and time into something. And then you are willfully not wanting to see the truth in some way. This is self-deception. This is like just pretending everything's okay when it's not. So this is a card we really need to be cautious about. The present environment is a desire for balance, homeostasis. We are trying to stay centered. And then these things come together and we've got the Death card. There's an ending that needs to take place, right? We've been pouring energy into something. We are not seeing that it is not letting us remain balanced. And we've got to end it. Something's got to end this week. Key card of the future is the Four of Cups. Now, there's two different ways you can look at this. You can look at this like magical thinking, or you can look at it like, dude, great things are happening and you're not paying attention. You're just making assumptions. So I will let you think about what way you think you're going in that direction. Modifiers, 9 of Wands. So like you're getting further ahead than you thought. Keep going with the final push. Or the other option is Page of Wands, starting something new. So this is very much an ending. This is something we need to let go of. We need to make sure we're not making assumptions, but we have to trust the universe. So we're either pushing forward or we're starting something new. Near future key card is Four of Swords. So this says, whoa, slow down, okay? That it's time to rest up and be ready, okay? So you can still be in a preparatory mode, but just beware trying to get massive traction. I mean, nobody's going to get massive traction right now. Everything's retrograde. But this doesn't mean you should not be poised and ready to make decisions and move forward. On the 9 of Wands, keep going, World card pops up, assurance of success. On the Page of Wands side, 10 of Wands. So if you're starting something new, you have to be really careful that maybe it's not the right time. Maybe you're making it harder on yourself than you need to. Paired with the World card on the 9 of Wands side, Ace of Pentacles. So sticking to practical things to do, things that are focused on money, resources, reality. Stay grounded. With the 10 of Wands, 3 of Cups. So positive momentum, really positive emotional reactions to things. There's going to be some abundance that comes from this new thing that you've started. You just gotta make sure that you're not doing it the hard way, right? Work smart, not just hard. All right. And our 2 possible solutions. On the 9 of Wands side, we've got the Moon, okay? There's still information that you don't have. There's more information coming through, so be cautious. On the Page of Wands side, 6 of Cups. Look for the retrograde, right? The things or people coming back from the past, and use your emotional intelligence in order to see what the right decisions to make are. 9 of Wands side. Okay, you're making this final push, right? It's gonna work out. You're taking practical steps, and then you realize there's a lot more going on. You cannot focus on the negative. You've got to stay focused on the positive. On the other side, Page of Wands, we've got the Hierophant. So along with this thing coming back, we've got this Hierophant energy where either someone's coming to you for advice or you need to seek out a professional. You need to get somebody on your side who can see things clearly. And this would also suggest taking maybe a little bit more of a traditional approach to the new thing. Okay, so 2 very distinctive energies here. But the key, I think, to this whole reading is to realize that you cannot delude yourself, right? You've got to figure out whatever's keeping you from being balanced, and you've got to just end it, okay? And that will help you to tap into the magic of the universe and keep you from just making assumptions, right? So either pushing forward or starting something new. All right, my friends, have a marvelous week. I'll see you next week.